All right, we told you earlier this week about a petition to remove the Confederate statue from the Sebastian County Courthouse lawn in downtown Fort Smith. Well, now there's another petition to keep the statue in its place that it's been since 1903. 5 News reporter Catherine Gilker has more.
At some point, people are just going to have to stop being offended at everything.
Fort Smith native Mike Verstel started a petition 2 days ago to keep the Confederate statue on the Sebastian County Courthouse lawn, and it already has over 1,000 signatures. He debates if tearing down the gallows and Judge Parker's statue is next.
Everywhere around, people are offended by prostitution, yet here in Fort Smith, our visitor center is one of the most famous houses of ill repute. We're going to stop doing that. We're going to tear it down.
The statue is owned by the United Daughters of the Confederacy, and they say they have no plans to move the statue from the place it sat since 1903. The first petition started on this issue is a plea to remove the statue altogether. That petition has gained more than 2,000 signatures. Fort Smith Mayor George McGill says he's happy to see that the citizens of Fort Smith are utilizing and learning about their rights under the Constitution to bring the change they want to see.
I think this is an opportunity for healing in our community. I think it's an opportunity to look for solutions that respect everyone and have empathy for everyone, yet understand that now is a time where we need to come together.
Mosey Boyd is a Fort Smith attorney who signed the petition to remove the statue from the courthouse lawn. She's using her voice to speak out about the debate over controversial statues.
With this movement that we have for respect for everyone in our community and protecting American lives, everyone's life, and being conscientious about how some of our historic legacies are still hurting some of our fellow American citizens. I think now is the time for our community leaders to be proactive.
In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Catherine Gilker, 5 News.
Sebastian County Judge David Hudson says he is in the process of assessing the history of the matter and the document of records. He says preliminary conversations have been with a small group of leadership so far.